Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mia and this is Alberto, your business coach. So Alberto, like we discussed in our previous video, a lot of business owners sometimes feel trapped by their businesses. How can you help them break free?
That's a very interesting question. Yeah. I think it all starts with a mindset shift, right? It's indisputable to say that every business owner works really hard for their business. But the question is, they're always trading time for money and they're not valuing what's the cost of their time.
What do you mean by cost of your time?
So think about this, right? Every business owner is essentially working really hard. They're spending 80 to 100 hours their week. But the reality is, should they be spending that much time trying to get everything done? Or should they be understanding how to delegate those tasks, right? To give a concrete example, let's go back to our bakery example, right? So imagine you're working 80 hours a week and you're making, let's say, $100,000 every month. In the end of the day, you may feel like you're profitable, but at 80, 100 hours a week, you probably feel like a zombie. So having a performance indicator to understand what's your cost of your time will help them understand how they delegate tasks. So imagine this. In example one, you're working 100 hours a week. So you're making, let's say, $100,000 a week. Right. Example two is you understand the cost of your time and you how to delegate things. So let's say now you're only working 20 hours a week and you're making, let's say, $50,000 back. What's the difference? The difference is an 80-hour difference. And so even though on paper it feels like you're making less money because you drop your income from 100 to 50, but now you have an 80-hour difference, which means that you can put to grow the business, to understand where your vision is driving you, where your strategy needs to be. So to give another concrete example, what if with the rest of your hours, you figure out that you wanted open a second location. And because you have all the infrastructure, the basis, the logistical, the framework figured out, you can easily replicate what you did on store number one and go do on store number two. So now you're working 40 hours a week, right? 20 on each, and you're making 50 out of it. So now your income's back at the 100,000, where originally you're working 80 hours, 100 hours that week, but now you're only working regular hours, 40 hours a week. So to truly understand that cost of their time, that's the metrics that help entrepreneur business owners to really understand how they have or where they can, where they should delegate their tasks.
That's a powerful point.
The key here, Mia, is to really understand that your time has a value and your business should be designed to deliver that value for you based on your cost of your time.
So financial analysis helps you make that shift?
Absolutely, Mia. Understanding financials, understanding your cost of your time is to understand your budgets, right? When you put all together, it gives you three main points that you understand your priorities. So number one is once you understand your cost of time, your budget, you're going to understand how much revenue your business needs to have to sustain yourself. And with that, you're going to understand how much expenses your business is going to require to maintain that optimal solution so that you understand how to better run your business, right? And with that, you're going to be left with the last question, which is, how much money you're going to have left so that you understand how to invest in the growth of your business.
And what does that look like in practice? And how do KPIs play a role in this?
So KPIs play a central role in this, right? So as you understand how the revenue that you have, the expense that you have, and the profitability you have, how do you know if you're like on par, on track, right? So you start creating different ways to look at the data. Like for instance, you will start measuring revenue per employee. Right. So if you know that you need to make $100,000 and with two employees you're making $50,000, then your average is $25,000 per employee. So now to make 100 on paper, you need to have like at least 4 employees. Right. So these are the performance indicators that you need to start creating. So it helps you track your development, your growth, the achievements, and how close or far you're from your goals.
That's a really eye-opening perspective. And how people can learn more about your coaching and schedule a consultation with you.
Well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, our website's below, and send us a message to get a free consultation.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys found this enjoyable, and we'll see you in the next video.